says live.
We're live?
We're back, guys.
All right.
Says it.
Boy, they missed all of the good stuff while they were gone.
Oh, the engine's already built.
Right? Well, we built it, and then we took it back apart again just so that you guys could catch up. Awesome.
Yeah.
My crankshaft bolt.
Hey, we got two people.
tool?
No,
All right,
the
we're
bolt.
getting back in.
Okay. I guess it would be on that pile?
No.
No.
I gave it to you to
No, you gave me an end cap bolt.
an end cap.
Or you gave me a
No, weeks ago
main cap.
to rotate the motor.
Backlights.
That's right.
Backlights?
Backlight.
All right.
That's not the one that's.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Well,
Wait.
technical
See
difficulty
that
there.
crank that's standing there up in the corner over there? There's a bolt and two washers in it.
Yeah.
All right.
I see it. We're good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So,
Party on, everybody.
all right.
So what we missed during the shutdown?
We missed frantic resetting of the laptop because, you know, internet. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the squirrels did it.
It's Al watching the stream, not Kathy today.
Right, and I
Oh,
need
she's
the
online.
well,
Is she online
Yeah.
too? Oh, never mind.
this, and I need this, and I need.
What's up, JB's little shop?
You weren't in the shot.
I need this. All right, I had to get the piston putter in her.
That was super helpful. The 7 times we had to put one of our pistons back in.
No, I think it was, let's see, we got 8 pistons. I think we did it about 15 times.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
You
that
guys spent a
works.
long time putting that together.
Yeah. And then the pistons got put in backwards by accident
Oh, you know,
on the passenger side.
So,
these things happen sometimes when you're really rushing way too fast to try and get something done.
so what's going on over there? It's awfully quiet, Al.
What's up, KY Mopar?
You know what I need?
Block is turned the wrong way.
You know what I need? I need a squirt bottle.
Unfortunately, we're kind of limited by the setup.
We need-
There's one right there.
Is there any gas in it?
A little bit.
I'll need to fill it.
I got gas in the caddy. Oh, okay.
Well, Bennett Star, they do have a color for Plan Z. It's not going to be revealed yet, but it will be painted here down the road. Tony needs a beer.
Hey, Austin.
Roadrunner, I can't get the camera any closer, brother. Sorry.
ABB said he heard your free engine lube is cheeseburger grease.
It is.
Yeah?
Yep.
Do you prefer like
Peanut oil.
chuck or
Used peanut oil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cheeseburger grease?
Yeah.
Okay, not like fry grease.
No.
Like 80-20 lean meat gets the best grease. So
80-20 lean is the mixture.
yeah. I only assembled engine with Crisco.
Oh.
You think they did that? You think anybody's ever done that?
I'm sure somebody has put an engine together with Crisco at some point.
Maybe back in like the old
Yeah,
days.
pudding's back, guys.
I mean, you could.
It worked for a second.
I mean, surely it doesn't stand up to rotational force.
It would stand up long enough. If the oil pump is primed, you know
It
what I
might
mean?
survive.
And there's some oil, yeah. And the
We got a
tail's
super
whatnot.
chat from Juicy Taco.
Well, thank
Love the
you.
videos. Keep it coming. Appreciate it, brother.
Mm.
I love tacos.
Gypsy tacos are even better.
Right?
Like the ones you get off the truck?
I don't know.
I did have truck taco, but it was a brisket taco.
Brisket taco.
It was a taco made with brisket.
Sub shooting 84. I'm going to take it Monday, have an estimate put on it.
So
Or
your best,
have
your
to do an
best
estimate
beef
and
tacos, steak
kinda go
tacos.
from there.
There's a place in Nolensville Road called El Tapatio.
Oh, well, we
yeah,
like Tapatio.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the place?
No, we just like the hot sauce.
No, I always have that on hand.
Well, the name of the place is El Tapatio. It's on Nolensville Road. There's the zoo. It's between
Right.
the zoo and
I used to work
Harding
down the
Place.
street from there. Yeah, I know exactly.
What's up, Two Hack Garage?
Tapatio
Okay, we're gonna have to go there.
I literally,
I love
man,
tacos.
I would make a 50-mile round trip.
SRP, I can't get
to
any
go get
closer,
the
brother.
tacos.
There's this place up in Baltimore, right, called Broadway Diner. I would go up to Baltimore just to go to Broadway Diner.
Yeah.
It's just that good. Like, there are those places. You went there.
I would go to the Hermitage Cafe again if it still existed.
Yeah, it was still there.
Damn Nashville.
But you remember when we went to New York City?
Yeah.
We stopped at Broadway
Stranger
Diner.
Sound, hell, I wouldn't mind building a
I
straight
love
A.
that place.
That'd be cool.
It's the only place to get an omelet and a Corona.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's not a good decision. I just said it was a decision.
that's certainly one of them.
Just because it's a good idea doesn't mean that it's really that good of an idea.
Florida Pushing with Rick wants to know, do you leave the thermostat out when you're breaking the cam in?
No, that heat, that happens with cast rings. So the first 2 or 3 minutes that a cast ring motor is running, a fresh cast ring motor, it gets insanely hot, but then it cools right off again. So it'll honestly, the water temperature probably wouldn't rise fast enough to make a difference whether it has a thermostat in it or not. And then by the time the thermostat would come into play, it's already kind of cooled down a little bit. So no, I just put a thermostat in it and be done with it.
Rich Caddy says, hi, Tony.
What's going on? What was your favorite part so far?
Of what?
I don't know, anything.
Anything?
I like being alive.
Really?
Yeah. What?
Peter,
It's definitely better than the alternative.
That depends on who you're asking.
Peter just sitting there and says, I'm playing the UTG drinking game. Every time Tony lights a cigarette, I'm doing a shot of Jack.
Oh, that's good.
God.
I'm going ahead and call
You're not
an
going to make it
ambulance.
through the night, brother, man.
I'm going to go ahead and call an ambulance.
Oh,
It's the only way to work on cars.
How's that?
You have to smoke at the same time.
You have to.
Like, you're not going to make it through.
You have to.
Yes, folks, UTG is a smoke-friendly shop.
Caffeine and nicotine are the only way you can make it through. People are like, I want to be a great mechanic. Start smoking.
every great
Not
mechanic
wrong.
I know smokes.
That's the truth. What did you say, Hammer?
All the mechanics I know that don't
Oh,
smoke
I have
aren't.
a broken drill bit in my pocket.
Hey, that's mine.
This is your broken drill bit.
Is that a broken drill bit, or are you happy to see me?
It's just
a broken drill bit.
Honestly, you should take it back because that sucker broke immediately.
Yeah, it did.
Street Fox 347 says, hey, Tony, good work, sir.
What's going on, man?
Talent,
Yeah.
skill.
We screwed that up like 4 times.
Oh yeah.
I've only done it 70,000 freaking times. Oh, jeez. I forgot.
Chris, all I can tell your brother is just look on the marketplace, look on Mopar sites and stuff. And I mean, as far as getting a cheap 6-pack set up for $440, yeah, you're going to have to do your homework, brother.
Oh boy.
I see them pop up every now and then, but they're usually like $600 for an intake.
Yeah.
It's like polyheads.
Joseph says caffeine, nicotine, and carburetor cleaner.
Yeah,
All at the same time.
that's the breakfast of champions. Give me a 9/16.
You want it in a 1/2 inch, 38s?
Just a box wrench or any 14 millimeter, anything. It's fine.
What's going on, Jimmy from Australia?
Here's a open end.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
What was that Facebook group where all the people post their stuff for sale for like the obscure stuff? Just Mopar engine
Just
group?
everything Mopar is obscure.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
like, literally, just join a Mopar group and
Just
you'll
ask for
find
it.
obscure
Yeah.
stuff.
just ask for it.
Like, that's where I found my polyhead intake. I mean, it's like random weird stuff just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But usually people will know what it is, so you got to get it quick.
What's going on, Blake?
It's the lube.
Like finding parts to make a Magnum fit into the A body is like, just as easy as possible. That's random, weird, obscure stuff.
Except for the adapter kit.
Like
That
the-
you can just buy.
Appreciate it,
you can
Peter.
just buy that.
It's the rest of it,
Like the oil pan, you got the last one.
basically.
Like just weird stuff.
Dizzy's wanting to know, Austin, did you find that harmonic balancer I sent you?
Is that the one that was in Sykeston, Tony? That
Oh.
harmonic balancer?
It's over. See the heating unit over there.
Appreciate it, SRP. I'm getting ready to head out here to head to the house. I've been here all day, so either Austin or John might be taking over here in a minute.
You can't use it on a
Can't
Magnum.
use this one.
You can only use it on an LA.
Yeah, this is for an LA.
Well, it'll still come in handy.
Yeah, it'll go on Garrett's car.
His car probably needs it if it's like yours was.
No,
Yeah.
it's neutral balance. His is a 360.
Oh.
That's only good on a 273, 318, and 340 with a steel crank. God bless you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, we got it, but yeah, that's nice. We can send it though.
Also, that's all that counts.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't use it.
Unless we
All
decide
right,
to do a
John, I'll
318.
holler at you here in a little bit.
Say what?
Unless we do a 318. 318.
Yeah, if we would work on 318.
Anyway, Don,
It worked on
no,
my
I
car.
cannot move the camera any closer. I'm out of cable.
That would work on my poly.
Yeah.
The timing mark would be in a weird. Well, this one doesn't.
Yes, of course, I do shift work. I'm a driver. I haul cars for a certain company, and I usually work nights.
It would be on the wrong side. If you're going to use an LA balancer, you have to get it from a very, very early LA to put on a poly.
Appreciate it, Matt. Keep on cleaning on the shop, and we're going to be here all night and tomorrow.
We've been up here all night. If we're here all
Yeah,
night.
that's us. Thanks for the super chat. Sending super chat for turning me on to Rust-Oleum Sunrise Red. Painted my 302 block today for my 32 Street Rod, and the red looks great.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, it's a nice color, man. I mean,
We're going to start a trend with that color.
appreciate it, Street Fox.
We're going to start a trend with that color. People are going to be painted under their hoods white and their engines
Are you talking about this one?
Unkilled Big Bad. It's a 9-car hauler.
Well, you said you're going to start a trend of what?
red. The sunrise red
Oh,
paint.
it looks really good.
Did you see the DD Speed Shop?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he gave you kudos, brother.
It was like watching myself. It was weird.
What I missed?
Bush D doing Sunrise Red on my Jeep 4.2. Great color. Yes, sir, it is.
We got to show a close up because people are like, "Oh, what about brush marks all
Right?
over the motor?" And there's 0 brush marks.
Oh, that's one thing I like about that paint. As it dries, it just kind of levels itself
Flattens
out.
out. Go, oh, he's using a shit brush. It's gonna have, brush marks all over the place. There's no brush marks.
No, it just looks like an engine. Which is better though, the bright red or the bright green?
It's got a Detroit in it.
I have a feeling that Tony's paint job is going to last a lot longer than ours.
Probably. It's not nearly as thick.
Well, also, we didn't really like clean it. Well, we sprayed it with prep spray.
Yeah.
That's good enough for our standards. There is paint on it, and it will be there for a little bit.
I mean, it'll be there at least until the block gets divorced from
when
itself.
I painted the poly, it I didn't prep it. Like I just painted it, and it still got paint on it.
Not that I'm aware of, Blake.
What's that?
Oh, he was asking me a question.
You want to go?
Devin bound. You're not angry enough to drive to Detroit. Oh, you'd be surprised, brother.
I
I'm
mean,
just mellow mood tonight.
we can just roll the DR through the shot.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
Somebody read Tony's zip tie comment.
What if I just ride up on the Super Cub?
Somebody did what?
Someone did a zip tie comment. It blew by me where I didn't see it.
Zip ties are great.
Oh, zip ties on there?
Zip ties and bias plies.
Yeah. What's going on, brother man?
Bubba.
We were ready to send up the troops over here to free you from the Canadian gulag.
We're too fat. We can't fit on a plane.
Sorry.
What's going on, Nova guy? He says howdy and howdy to the junkyard boys.
What's up?
All right, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we put on there zip ties and bias plies. Why do you copy
Why do you think
DD's
it's so hard to
speed
make
shot
power with
with
these
the
things?
dart and the
I
hat?
never
Oh,
seen
okay,
them.
dude.
Everything is like sucks on these engines.
Everything sucks.
These engines are nothing but suck.
They're reliable as hell.
They're reliable, but they suck. You try to make one go fast.
When you make it go fast, does it make it completely unreliable?
It makes it completely suck.
Oh. Well.
This engine fights against you every way that it could possibly fight against you. It does not want to be a high performance motor.
That's my experience
like
with pretty
it's
much everything I've ever
self-
owned.
Self-aware. It doesn't want to work. You can't make it work.
It is self-aware.
These are just
JB's
so
little
neat, though.
shop. No, I can't, sir. That's as close as I can get the camera. A lot of y'all saying it's fine. Some of y'all saying it's not. That's the best we can do right now.
Don't mess with the camera, you'll break it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, 50 Star says nitrous makes everything fast.
That's
Yeah, but this isn't getting nitrous.
Nope.
This is 100% NA.
Random guy, thanks for the super chat. Thank you for what you still do. I draw from thinking pattern method and passion. I'm a guitar person.
What happened?
oh.
Any car is a 1,000 horsepower car with 1,000 shot of nitrous on it.
We got a couple of junkyard jets here. As far as them starting their own channel, you have to talk with them.
Garrett died again.
Garrett died again.
So
I thought he was just working.
no, he quit that and died.
Oh.
Yeah.
They killed him when he tried to leave.
Yeah, he died on the way.
Tony, when did you move
He
to
was
Tennessee?
working with the mafia.
When
that
I
doesn't
what?
exist.
When did you move down to Tennessee?
Yeah.
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
It's been 20 years. Best move I ever made.
Well, now they're all moving here.
They should not anymore. We're full. We're full. There's
Yeah.
no room. You can't even find a place to park in Tennessee anymore.
They can't even fix the roads because there's cars broken down
And we
everywhere.
had 68. The
Yeah.
camera came unplugged from the laptop, so we had to
And then there's the
restart.
cannibals.
Yeah,
You come down here, you got to be ready to deal with the cannibals. So,
I'm
know.
related to a few of them.
That explains a lot.
what's up?
I'm related to a few of those cannibals.
Nice.
So you're born with Kuru?
What?
Oh, it's a brain disease.
Gary White,
Oh,
man, we've had so
humans.
many
No.
people
Oh.
in the past year move to Tennessee from the West Coast, from up north. I mean, I don't know what it is right now. I know the market is hot here in Tennessee,
Yeah, it is.
Well, they moved.
and So everybody discovered here.
Too hot. You can't afford to move here.
It
They
wasn't
moved-
November.
They moved here after the flood in 2010
Well, that's when
because
they
everything
started.
was cheap,
Everything was cheap, and
now it's not.
All right, old Richard RJ wants to know, will Plan Z
Yeah.
outrun the junkyard mutt?
No.
What?
I at least think it's a Doberman. The junkyard Sharpay.
Quarter mile wise, I think this car's ultimate potential is someplace in the 11s.
Yeah, Bush D, I don't know. I mean, everybody's trying to leave California, but
Junkyard Shih Tzu.
It's just like a really buff Chihuahua.
It's a very, very strong Chihuahua.
Okay.
What's the
cool
strong
deal,
Chihuahua?
Jason. Yeah, matter of fact, I work out in Lebanon, Tennessee.
No, they should be able to walk away from this thing.
What is faster, to me, Miata or Plan Z?
Oh, Plan Z.
Yeah.
Plan Z by far.
Plan Z.
What do I do? First day on the job.
Hey,
I mean, you're doing better than I
Yeah,
did.
you're
on my
doing
first
better than
day.
we
Dirty Bird 71 says you need to get yourself a junkyard Yorkie.
Junkyard Sharpay. I'm telling you.
Problem with the Sharpay is that they all look like you just hit him in the face with a valve cover.
That's true.
No, that's Lewis.
No, he looks like a Sharpay that got hit in the face with a valve cover.
Oh.
Well, Sharpay owners usually look like
Their dogs.
their
People that have toy dogs tend to look like their dogs.
Like you can cut a roast on their face.
Yeah, I'm originally from Florida, Pittsburgh, Central Florida area. I moved up here in 98.
Before or after the tornadoes?
During.
Yeah. That made relocating a lot easier.
Oh, my dad was already living up here,
Ah.
and he was having some health issues. I moved up.
No, I remember the summer of '98 being really, really hot, and then
Wild Rose Drive says
Knocked
Austin
on
needs an
every-
English bulldog.
Austin doesn't really like dogs.
Is he a cat person?
He has a cat,
Ah,
but that cat's been there forever. He just showed up one
Beagle
day and moved
snooped
in.
in the scene. What's up, Mike from New Orleans?
I have 3 dogs, and they're all awful.
I have 4, and one is more spoiled than the next. They literally run the whole program.
Oh, yeah.
Mopar
No, that's how it is
collector
in our
wants
house.
to. Mopar collector wants to know if that's a stock clock.
It's the lightweight 81 to 87 block, and then I took about 25 pounds out of it. Anything I could grind down on this thing, I ground down.
SRP says Tony should put on a man bun and ride Austin or ride a Honda with pudding.
Hey, babe. Yeah, she's must be using her mom's phone or laptop or something.
Man, no problem, brother. He says thanks for the block painting lesson. Trying that next time around. Oh, they're in the shop here. You might catch 1 or 2 of them here in a minute in front of the camera.
Who's that?
Oh, just man, I want to know where the junkyard boys are at.
Gary wants to know if you still think Napa is the best option for points.
The Eklund points, yes.
Shack Life Cosmo says, you guys should do a side-by-side build, Chevy 350 and a Mopar 360.
That's definitely achievable.
It is.
Doing a
It's
side-by-side 350, 360 build. Chevy 350 versus Mopar.
Austin, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Find a socket. This is that new rod.
Okay.
They're really tight.
Oh.
So see what you can do about loosening those up.
Okay. John? Jason T goes, Uncle Tony, what is the best vehicle if World War III breaks out, zombie apocalypse style?
I mean, honestly, your best vehicle is going to be a two-wheeler. It's going to be a motorcycle. Because you got your best mileage, least number of parts to fail or go wrong, easiest to store and whatnot. I would say any pre-electronic ignition and carbureted motorcycle is your best zombie apocalypse or World War III vehicle.
One of the guys that says Toyota pickup from the 90s.
Well, I mean, they're good too, but there's a lot to go wrong with them. You know, like there's a lot of parts there. And, they're tough. There's no question they're tough.
What did they type this on with?
I tell you what, the Toyota did make great motor back in there for those 22Rs.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Oh man, they're fantastic.
You know, but the thing is, when the fuel pump takes a dump on you,
Oh yeah.
what do? You see, that's how you got to think. You know, it's like if you're talking about like zombie apocalypse stuff, and by that I mean like any like.
Appreciate it, CW.
By that I mean like any like crazy disruption, like where the banks are closed and the shelves are empty and all kinds of other stuff. You want as few mechanical parts. Every extra part on your machine is a liability. You know, and it's not like it's all going to be over in an hour.
Oh yeah.
You may have to ride out a year, 2 years, 3 years. So therefore, the fewer parts you've got to deal with, the better you are.
Paul says 72 Corvette station wagon. Hey, that'll work.
Yeah, it would work.
Let me shop it. I don't.
Yep, the 20R did have mechanical fuel pump.
Jesus. That's
What year?
I wanted it to not come off.
I'm trying to remember the year when they had a mechanical. We used to do those in mud trucks and stuff.
You're kidding me. How tight is those?
Pretty tight. Very tight.
Don't use a torch on that. Hang on.
Appreciate that, Mario.
There it goes.
You're kidding.
They are that tight. It took, no idea why we didn't want
Been a
to.
star, I figure, brother. The older I get, the more seclusion I want to get into, and I think eventually by the time I retire, I'll be doing the same thing.
Jesus. They were really.
That sucker was on there.
Not wanting that.
He says thinks maybe the 20R was up to 81 with the mechanical pump.
80. Yeah, okay, that'd be about right.
Amy has 68. She's at home. She'll be here tomorrow doing the live. Look, Tony's flipping pistons.
Yes, they're all going in backwards. Yes. Oops.
Appreciate it, Bad Tree. Like I said, we want to take it to body shop Monday and have them look at it and see if it can be fixed.
What happened?
My son got rear-ended in the racetrack yesterday.
Oh.
Did you see the video?
No, I literally haven't been like online
Oh, that's right.
All I've been watching lately is the news.
What just came out today?
Okay. Oh, what happened today?
Yeah, I think we're about all of us about over with the COVID now.
Yeah, dude, they bashed the truck. Like, it's bad.
Ugh. That sucks. You like your tractor?
Thank you. Yes, it is, Bubba. I can't believe how big this event has exploded. And I know that John and Dallas are probably going, what the hell did we just get ourselves into? But this thing is going to be huge.
Oh, the no names?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Tony, have you ever used the Hurst quarter shifter? And if you did, is it a decent shifter for Oldsmobile?
The quarter. Trying to picture which one that is. The Hurst quarter stick.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah, I use them. That's the one with the handle. It's like a fire bottle handle on a funny car.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they work. They're good.
Appreciate that, Vlad. They love you in Russia, brother.
All right. We have viewers everywhere.
Oh, I couldn't believe how many viewers are out there. When I started my channel, I've got people from Poland and Australia and
Yeah.
New Zealand. I mean, everybody watches, man.
They do some crazy stuff out there, too. Like, Australians, like, they have no fear of anything.
Well, that's their downfall, though. You had that one guy, that fucking nut.
Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was great,
But-
man.
Yeah, he was
an
great
animal,
until he,
so, I mean, like,
till he freaking fish got him.
that was an accident.
Accident my ass. He was asking for it. He was begging for it. You can't go out there and taunt nature all the time and not expect
What's up, Tim Horn
to
from
get
Pennsylvania?
snuffed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well.
Give me a little
Crocodiles loved
fishy.
him.
What's that?
Crocodiles loved him.
Jason goes, I put one of my Uncle Tony signed UT t-shirts on my CUDA, and people were like, yeah, we know that channel too. So you're all over the place, brother. All
All
over.
right, we're nationwide.
Nationwide, little ZZ Top.
Oh, man.
Tony, what is the rarest Mopar you have ever owned?
71 Hemi Super B. It was B5. It was one of 11 automatic cars, and it was the only one in the color. It was B5 with a white gut. Automatic bench seat, automatic on the column.
Automatic bench seat?
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. Oh, it was a cool car.
Yeah. The power windows?
No.
Oh.
And I paid, ready for this one?
Yeah.
$600 for it.
Well, that was back in like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there, yeah. That'd be like $1,800 to $2,000 today.
I bought that same period of time. I guess it was like 1983
Yeah.
or so. I bought a 66 Hemi Satellite. Drove it home.
Yeah.
Hemi 4-speed Satellite. I paid $600 for it.
Yeah.
It ran like shit, but just the same, you know.
Tony, would you ever sell your Roadrunner?
No. Nothing I have is for sale at any price. You have to wait till I die and then just come and steal it.
You gave us the jet.
Well, yeah, well, that's yeah, right. I gave you the jet.
We didn't pay anything for that.
But then again, I wasn't doing you any favors.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a treasure.
Well, you guys love it, and that's all that counts.
Oh, I love the 78 Warlocks, Will.
I wouldn't mind owning a Little Red Express.
See, they never did anything for me.
Really?
They never did anything for me.
It's the weirdest truck they ever made.
It's the stacks.
Yeah.
I can't handle the stacks.
Well, that's what makes it cool.
No, it's what makes it uncool. If they had made that thing without the stacks, it would have had a whole different impression.
Well, it was a Warlock.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I should lube this first. Because I read the book before we did this.
And
No,
it
I
said
haven't
that
seen it.
it's
I'll have to
probably
check
a
it
good
out.
idea.
You guys want to hear the story about how a very popular YouTuber stopped talking to me?
Oh no. oh no.
So this is a very popular YouTuber that they're assembling an engine in his clean room, and he's got this kid who's assisting him, and he's putting the pistons in the motor while the very popular YouTuber is talking, and the kid's in the background shoving pistons in the motor, and he didn't lube anything. So I said in the comments, "Hey, you guy didn't lube the rod bearings." Done. I haven't heard another word from him since.
So CW wants to know what the compression ratio is going to be on project or on Plan Z.
I had calculated it out at just under 11.5 to 1.
Jeez.
And that's with the stock pistons and 210 thousandths taken off the deck and the head. It'll be slightly less than that, but I mean, honestly, it's not going to be anything that'll show up. Compression is kind of overrated to a point. To a point. Once you get under 8.5 to 1 or so, you start to get into the weak engine territory. But when you're in that zone of, let's say, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 1, 13 to 1, like that, it's a 4% difference per point.
Right.
So the difference between an engine that if you're making 100 horsepower at 8 to 1, you'll make 104, 105 horsepower at 9 to 1. So it's
Jay,
not that big of a deal.
Right. Jay wants to know if you would like to have a Holly factory carburetor off of 440. He'd be more than glad to send it to you for free.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But I've got stuff like that at the house, and I'll end up never using it. But I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there who can use it. Thank you, though. I do appreciate the generosity.
What's the lowest compression ratio you can have and still run an engine?
Well, okay, apples to oranges. Now, the blown nitro cars we used to mess with were 6 to 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then again, you're pouring in copious amounts of liquid nitro and a supercharger on top of that.
Now, for you guys that are drinking sods, that was 4 taps to get them down.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
But what about like just a regular engine, like lowest compression ratio?
To get decent performance, to get a usable engine in the 7 to 1 range.
Okay.
Anything less than that in efficiency just plummets.
Are there any engines that you know of that run like that?
It's nice and roasty in there.
Offhand?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of any specific.
Johnson said the Model T was 4 to 1.
Oh wow. Well, that was basically farm equipment. So,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like they were, what is it, like 180 cubic
20
inches or so, and they
horsepower.
made like 12 horsepower. So
Yeah. At a top speed of like 28 or something.
I think that's exactly right.
I know, that's why I said that. I'm pretty sure it's 28.
but then again, those engines had to be able to run on stuff like kerosene.
Yeah,
Whatever you could get.
whatever was there.
Inspector Business said the bottle is empty and unplastered where all the pistons are installed. Told him we weren't gonna make it.
Has anybody ever turned one of these into a Slant 5?
I almost did.
You almost did.
So what's up with the turkey story?
Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Not now. I'm trying to.
He said not now. He doesn't want to drop the hammer
I'm
again.
gonna tell that on.
I'm not going to tell that
Thanksgiving.
now. No.
I'm gonna tell that on-
Thanksgiving. We'll tell that story at Thanksgiving.
That's a great story.
That was something wild.
That has to be one of my favorite stories.
I think that was one of the longest streams that we did outside of.
It was like 3 hours long.
It was like
Yeah.
3.5 hours long.
Where'd my piston? Oh.
Oh.
You left my piston unceremoniously just hanging in the vise?
Hey, it's the thing was just it was tight. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, you just left it there.
They tightened it up quite a bit though.
They did, right?
It was, yeah.
It was on there.
Probably would have been easier for me to get it off if I.
This
Was
was the new
not,
rod that I
so-
got from Nashville
Worn out.
Engine.
From where?
Nashville Engine.
They just had it in stock?
No, they had it in Memphis.
Oh.
Yeah, seems okay.
Ooh, maybe it just did it have the bolts or the nuts on it already? Maybe that's why.
Well, what they did was when they did the small end, the big end of the rod here,
Mm.
they're supposed to torque them in place,
Mm.
but that was more than.
Yeah.
No, that was
quite a bit.
on there.
Somebody wants to know what was the sketchiest thing that ever happened to you?
The sketchiest
The
thing that,
sketchiest thing.
oh God, please. I don't know what statute of limitations are on certain things.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, there's none on murder. So if it was 20 years ago, you're good.
Yeah. Very, very many sketchy things.
Boy, now everybody's wanting to hear all the old stories.
You have to tune in another night.
I've been talking with Tony. I think we're going to sit here and try to do like a B night of everything that we have done hilarious, shorts, gone wrong, almost pee on yourself. And yes, this is a nice channel. But hopefully we'll get something that works on that.
What's that?
All the goofball moments.
Oh God.
I would rather just wait till I'm dead.
There are a lot of them.
Once I'm dead, there'll be plenty of stories to go around.
It was kind of like that
Well, that's when
screenshot
the
that Kathy
stories-
sent us.
That's when the stories become legends, Tony. You ain't got nobody to verify it anymore.
It's like Beowulf.
Another guy goes story time with Tony.
Could you imagine Tony reading?
Oh,
Good Night
dude, when he did the block painting video, and everybody loved the Bob Ross comment in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was like golden.
Happy little casting numbers.
What the fuck is going on with this? All right, I got a problem with the skirt on this piston.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Is it planned?
The skirt is spread.
Well,
She tight.
it's tight.
Extremely tight. Well, we may not be completing an engine assembly tonight.
Is that a new piston?
No, it's one that was run.
Houston, we might have a problem.
And there's no obvious signs of damage on it. I mean, this came out of this engine. It was
Yeah.
running.
Did it come out of that bore?
All of these boards are the same.
Oh, that's right. It's been hung.
This is the one that spun the rod. somehow it appears it tweaked the skirts of the piston.
No, I hear you, John. My poor man said, just grind it off, Tony.
I may end up doing that.
I mean, what does the skirt do?
It stabilizes the piston.
I know what it is. It's so cold in the shop now. Everything's like,
No, the other ones all went in perfect.
No, let's put a torch on it.
This is the one that had spun the rod. This is a new rod on here. And it appears to me that this piston might have become distorted in the course of all that.
give her a squeeze and try again.
Seems to stop at
The pin, that was the pin.
Yeah.
yeah.
Real pistons don't wear skirts.
Do they wear dresses?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a problem. There's no obvious signs of distress on the piston other than the skirt is spread. This is all perfect right here.
Is there any way to fix that? Squeeze it? I mean, that's a dumb question, but
You can.
Jonathan, it's the skirt.
You can. See here, look. See, it's got marks here,
yeah, it's rubbing on the cylinder.
right? And it's got marks here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, those are the pistons that came out of the motor, guys.
What would you do?
Put another piston on it. See, it's just.
So it's close, but
It's right.
It's right there on the end there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, right here, it's right there. It's perfect. All right.
Fit in the vise and squeeze it a bit.
No,
No.
not on a cast piston. If it was
Nope.
forged, yeah. Not on a cast piston.
I don't guess you have another piston.
Run that piston over with some 400 wet and dry.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh. Okay. A Scotch Brite.
No, Scotch Brite. No.
That's not going to take anything
I
off.
wouldn't cut.
No.
I don't know if there's any sandpaper.
Really, dude?
Oh, here comes Al
He's got his stash.
with the clutch.
We can run out and get some.
Yeah. The Rarest down the street doesn't close for
A couple hours.
minutes or so.
I've got some 220 coming.
What's that?
220.
Nothing coarser than that?
Oh, we got forward. How far do you want to go? You want 150?
Like 400. Did I say 400? You got 150?
Yeah, I got 150.
Give me some 150.
Oh Lord, that chat's blown up.
Yep. Do something crazy and desperate.
Well,
If it was that crazy, I would just stop, go home, and get a piston. But I think we'll be all right.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Well, you're putting it upside down. Just reverse it.
Turn the piston sideways and check the fit.
It'll self-clearance. All right. Yeah, okay.
It will self-clearance, but I don't want to deal with that.
Bill Wyatt said somebody just tuned in and saw Tony putting the piston upside down and said, "What the heck?" It's flipping the pistons. It'll buff out. Yep, it will, Dean. Oh, yeah, super chat. Jonathan Couchy, thank you. $10. He says, I've used 400 and 600 grit sandpaper to grind down piston skirts in my 318 before. Took about 10 minutes. Same issue as you. Well, that's what he's doing.
Drink every time something falls.
Oh, you will be going to the hospital, Dan.
If we had a freezer that wasn't just the outside, probably would try that.
Yeah, we don't have a freezer. We got a torch.
It's the wrong way.
It's close enough. I mean, hot is just the opposite of cold. Mr. Austin with the turkey story. Tony's not going to tell that story. Nobody can tell that story as good as Tony can. Right now, Tony's in work mode. Kenny had 68. Thank you for the super chat. Sent $4.99 for Scotch Brite and sandpaper.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Manson is correct there.
I recognize that squeak bit. Oh,
Yeah,
we can't repeat that.
yeah. That is a good idea, Finistar.
Techno City. I bet Tony's shop always smells like gasoline. It doesn't, actually. It really smells like,
Right now, it
Wait,
smells like
Bondo.
body filler and primer.
yeah, it smells like paint.
I mean, it
and
smelled like
Bondo.
Bondo for a month.
The jet has got like millimeters thick of Bondo on it right now. And we didn't even put Bondo on the car.
This is a Mopar shop. You got to speak American, not communist.
Yeah, Mopar.
Yeah,
Bondo?
it's like a 1/16 of an inch.
Oh, that's right.
Farts and Marlboros.
Farts and Marlboros. We smoke Lucky Strikes, but close enough. Oh, D. Scaglione in the super chat, $4.99. He says a little more for his extra spark plug.
What did he say?
He said, he said, Tony, here's a little more for my extra spark plug. That's from D.
Thank you.
Scaglione. Dang it!
What's so funny?
Danny Boyd said that the shop must smell like farts and Marlboros, and now he just changed it to shorts and Chesterfields. Oh Lord!
When did those make a comeback? Because you can get
A
them.
while ago, yeah.
Yeah. I had to get a pack of them in the glove box in the car and just never open it.
Take it off. Gary Mathis says, take it off camera and make hammering noises. I mean, hammers are used pretty frequently, so
Yeah.
I don't really have to fake that. Dirty Bird 71. The jokes aren't funny to Tony right now. He's focused on that right now.
3.3650.
Mr. Will, thanks for the super chat. $5 for a lighter. We can make fire out of anything around here.
3.3710. This piston's no good.
No good?
No.
So what'd you find out?
Yeah.
The whole piston is distorted.
Oh, shit.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Is that the same one that spun the bearing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that kind of sucks.
See, if you were building it for clout, you just stick it in there and say it's a race car.
Peter Kovac says, "Rest in peace, piston number 6."
Yeah, that's a problem now. That's a problem. So clearly, I'm not. I mean, I could sand on it. I could grind on it. I could do all sorts of things, but the piston itself is distorted. And if I take steps to clearance it now, there's no guarantee that once it gets hot, it's going to maintain that. It's going to want to shift around. So that piston's a dead player. I've got others at the house. I've just got to go grab them and swap it over. So I think that's going to be a short one for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, guys, I'm sorry about this.
Unless you want us to go
Unless
get
we
it.
want to run to the house.
Yeah, we gotta run and get it.
You know, trust me, it's not as.
Okay. Oh,
It's not
it's
as-
in a. Okay.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes, guys, but the good thing is we'll be back here tomorrow with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many people we got on right now?
718.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got a bunch of people here, so let's hang out with the people for a little bit.
Sure.
Okay.
They put their Saturday evening aside.
Well, nobody would have seen this coming.
Dance. They want to see you dance.
You've got a cabbage patch. That's the wrong dance for the situation that's happening right
I
now.
don't know any other dances, John. You dance. Go
I-
over there.
All I know how to do is twerk.
Don't do that.
Don't work.
Okay.
Don't work.
I'm really good at it.
I can't. Shut up, John. Jesus.
Joseph says, "Take the piston out of the auto."
That'll work.
It would actually would work.
That'll work.
It would work. I don't have any other Slant pistons here. I don't have any other Slant pistons here.
There's 2 slants. Oh, well, actually, there's 18, but they're all in something.
But that's the thing when you're assembling an engine. See, that's why people like people are like, oh, I'm gonna drink some beer and I'm gonna smoke a fucking joint. I'm gonna put my motor together, and that is exactly why you never do that.
Everybody's wanting to like try a different hole, but they don't realize the piston itself is out of round.
The piston is out of round. I just measured it. I mean, pistons are out of round. They're elliptical by nature, but that one, the entire piston, even the head of it, is distorted. So
We just got a bad piston, guys.
it's a bit. That piston was on a rod. When I spun the rod on this motor, that's the piston that was on it, and evidently it fought hard enough that it tweaked the piston. Now, when I blew the motor apart, I wasn't paying attention to anything, what feels tight, what doesn't. I was just, let's knock this thing out. So I didn't pay any attention to that. I should have measured the piston first, but that's exactly why. Because I could have put it together, and if I wasn't paying attention or it wasn't of complete mental clarity, I would never have noticed it. But that's why you never drink, you don't smoke dope, you don't do anything. When you're assembling a motor, you have to feel every little bit of it. You got to know what you're doing, and that's exactly why I just dead straight. The only way to do this stuff.
One guy was asking, could it have been from heating in the previous video? That was not a Slant 6 piston in the
Right.
previous video.
That was a 383 piston. And no, that wouldn't do it.
Tell the turkey story.
Well, it's been coming up a lot.
Everybody wants to hear it again.
No,
I guess a lot of people didn't hear it the first time because that one went real long.
it is. It's a long story. It's a
Yeah.
long story. And if this was a forged piston, I would, at this point, chuck it up on a vise and give it a pull. But it's a cast piston, and that's just not the thing to do. So
I mean,
tomorrow,
if it's no good, it's
Mr.
a thing you can
Will,
do.
Diamond Garage has sent $5. No worries, Tony. It's all good, brother.
thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right. Could
I
be
mean,
worse.
you could
Yeah.
demonstrate why you don't do that.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's already done. Just throw it in a vise
put
and
it-
show what happens.
Well, it's not going to
It's
shatter
not going to do
now.
anything.
It would
Like
crack.
here, let's.
It
let's
literally
do-
won't do anything.
No, it won't.
Yeah. Should we move the table over there?
No. I'll just stick it in a vise.
New City Carpet. I think we're going to try to go live about 10 a.m. tomorrow.
See?
It's still.
Oh, now it's tweaked the other way.
Ah,
Whoops.
I went too far.
What?
So- Well, I mean, you got the general idea. She drops in and out perfect like this,
Yeah.
but no, not to be trusted.
It's funny, one person I was talking about put a beer can in it. You remember the story about Don Garlic? He took one of his nostalgia dragsters to an event overseas and he blew the head gasket in it. And he did he repaired it using a Pepsi can. Repaired the head gasket and it fired back up and ran.
You're confusing the thing that I had happen in Englishtown with Lagana's car, where we cut up Pepsi cans.
This is what he did too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was overseas somewhere in London or something like that, some show, and he was
Was it like
fired
Goodwood?
up and it started spewing out. He's like, all right. So he took, what was it, a toothpaste and a Pepsi can.
Yeah, I've never heard that story.
Oh, yeah.
The trolls are going to be all over this.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine.
He couldn't even put an engine together.
That's not your fault.
Well, I mean, this is a good thing about live. I mean, you're
Right.
actually seeing what's going on, and I mean, and this could happen to anybody at home.
No, this is
You
a
know.
completely normal thing.
Yeah.
And that's why when you assemble an engine, you do it slowly so that you feel tight things. You know what I mean? You don't know it until you go to put it together. You know, you have to feel it. Now, looking the piston over, there's no visual representation of how out of round it is, how spread the skirt was. So the only way you find out is put it in a hole and see what it feels like.
Rusty Bridger goes, nobody's trolling. We just want it done right. Well, exactly.
Well, there you go. And that's why tomorrow morning I'll have another piston hung on it and we'll be good to go.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's always fun.
It's gonna be running and put together same day.
Yes.
It's gonna be the Hemi all over again.
That's going to be a marathon tomorrow.
People just coming on asking what has happened. We've got a piston that is distorted really bad. And
Sheet toast.
we're going to put another one in tomorrow. The second part is live. We'll be starting about what, 10 a.m.?
About 10 a.m.
Something interesting though, on the Miata, right? When you start it up, it blows the dipstick out.
Really?
Yeah. Is that PCV?
No, the motor's it's probably just tired.
Oh.
You know, really
So
tired.
What's going on,
Letting-
Just Mopar Joe? Yeah, I'm in the house, brother.
You give it gas and it pop the blow the dipstick
No, you
out.
don't even have to give it gas. Just cranking it over.
Literally
It
just-
does it.
It just,
Yeah.
Oh. The dipstick is bent, so the crank is
It's hitting it.
on these engines. The dipstick comes like within like a fraction of the crankshaft.
oh.
So
the crank is not
crank
going
is
out.
hitting it, and
Oh.
Oh, we just take it to the grinder wheel and
Yeah.
take some of it off.
what do we got there, Al?
A lot of talk back and forth. Yeah, I broken the piston before.
Oh, I got some all thread and pipe for the stand.
We'll do that tomorrow too.
Dodge Man 78 goes, tell us an accident story.
Accidents.
I was born.
No, the accident was when you were conceived.
That is true too.
Judge Mopar Joe's joining us right now. What's going on, brother? Boy, everybody's wanting to hear that turkey story.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
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 I haven't even heard the turkey story.
You got to wait till Thanksgiving and we'll tell the turkey story again. Kumbaya, my turkey. You had to be there.
It was great. No, the way you tell it.
Just most part of
Your whole
said,
town
hey,
for
Tony.
a turkey.
What's happening, Mopar Joe?
Larry Angryfish has sent us $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I will never hold your feet to the fire, but what kind of times and speeds are you looking for in the 8th mile or quarter mile?
I believe the car's potential, normally aspirated. Now remember, everything here is based on normal aspiration. No nitrous, no turbocharger, no supercharger. I want to see how fast we can go with a normally aspirated Slant 6 using all of these, as many factory parts as we can. I think the car's ultimate potential is quarter mile, bottom 12, high 11. I think once it's completely sorted and dialed and everything is right, I think it's capable of 1180s, 1170s like that.
Yeah, it was a nice question.
Now, that's not saying that we're going to screw it together, bring it to the track, and it's going to
now,
fall off the trailer and go that fast, because that's not going to happen.
Now people
Right?
want to hear the laundry room story again.
No, there's a whole video. If you want to hear the laundry room story, there's a whole video of the laundry room story.
A laundry room
I'm gonna
story.
have to look that one up.
Oh, what's that one?
Oh God, it was hilarious. I mean, I couldn't even breathe.
You know, let this be a lesson to you younger guys, okay? If you want to have really cool stories when you get to my age, you can never have a job. You think I'm joking?
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. If you want to have cool stories, younger guys who are watching this right now, you know, you're 16, 17, 18, 20, whatever it happens to be, and you're like, man, I want to have cool stories when I'm an old fuck like Tony, right? Here's how you do it. Never have a job. You can never have a job. So this way, every day you can have a different adventure and roll into a different thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you end up with a bunch of really cool stories when you get to be an old man.
That's a life
I
advice.
wish I'd have gotten that advice
Yeah.
10, 15 years
I
ago.
Well,
wish
I'll tell
I
you
got
what,
that advice.
It's the truth, though.
You and I've talked several times about a certain TV program that's on its way out.
Oh, those ass hats. Yeah,
Oh.
what about them?
A lot of people are this in the same way about it, man. It's like it's not what it used to be.
No, I know that. Well, it actually never was. Well, okay, okay. The program that we're talking about, the most popular one on, what's that?
Talking about Motor Trend in general.
Well, Motor Trend only has one viable franchise, right? And that viable franchise, people think that it started on YouTube, and it did start on YouTube, but it appears that it was completely like, organic, but it wasn't. You know, even when it was on YouTube, at those the origination of it was a very well financed thing. There was whole film crews and all sorts of things that went in behind that. It gave you the appearance that it was just a couple of guys, two of them, that were just bouncing around the country doing this, that, and the other thing with cars. But no, there was a whole film crew. That was very well financed. It wasn't like you take like Vice Grip, right? Vice Grip, and people like Vice Grip. There's the Junkyard Dig guys and all. They go out there and actually do this stuff for real. You know what I mean? On their own nickel, without a film crew, without a support vehicle, without all kinds of budget. But the more famous of them never were actually like that. It was just an illusion.
John and I did it a little bit today.
John Wilbur goes, Motor Trend is several weeks late announcing their fall event. I think the no-name Nationals has screwed them up a little. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
The no-name Nationals is going to be like a Woodstock. It's going to be like an automotive YouTuber Woodstock.
Is there going to be as much janitorial services afterwards?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
God, I hope somebody brings acid.
Don't say.
What did you say?
Shut up, John.
Yeah, vintage 76 says, can Uncle Kathy bring the piston down?
I have a handful of Slant 6 pistons and rods, but they're in the shed behind also. I've got to move blocks and everything to get to them. Actually, there's that Slant 6 outside. We could pop a piston and rod out of it.
That thing
Right.
is so seized together. It's been
It is,
open
right? It's all
since
locked
July.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
That thing
ain't
is
moving.
it's an anchor.
It's a cup holder now.
Yeah.
We can put the Magnum on the stand.
Oh, you could.
Good.
Roll your motor over here. I don't know if these guys have seen it.
There you go.
He's a big girl.
Can I view that?
It's almost in frame.
There you go. Turn it.
There you go.
Ah,
Right there.
it's beautiful.
It's way too pretty. It's much too pretty to go.
These
in that
guys
car.
have been fighting. People are like, okay, so where have the junkyard jet guys been? I had this other asshat. You abandoned the junkyard jet guys. Why did you do that? You said you were going to help them.
We've been up here every.
They're up here constantly,
Yeah.
and they've been like picking away at this thing, like little stuff, like working out the deal with the serpentine belt and plugs and so on and so forth. And it's like, I mean, do you really think we should shoot a video on them tapping a hole to put a pipe plug into? Because that's the kind of stuff that they've been doing with this. There hasn't
Cutting that
been
bracket in
anything.
half.
Yeah.
Someone just said put the Slant 6, let's go ahead and put their motor in there now.
Yeah. Why not? We'll just break it in like that.
We hadn't even test fired it
Yeah.
yet,
Plus,
folks.
in the past couple of weeks, the car's been blown apart again.
Yeah.
So
It's far more apart
it
than
has
it's
no
ever
doors
been.
on it. It has no trunk.
But just for the record, have I abandoned you guys?
No.
Have I turned my back on you?
No.
Have
Only
I
when
let
you
you
walk
down?
No.
All right, there you go. Okay.
We're still here.
We're still here.
It's cold.
I come here
I'm still
like
here.
yeah.
I
I
don't
come
like
up
the
during the week.
A lot of times I'm going home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and Austin rolls in.
How many
Uncle
days have
Tony,
you been
when
out
will
here
we
this week?
see more of the
week.
67 Charger?
Twice.
And is there any plans for it?
The only plan I have for that car is the rear quarter panel. The driver's side rear quarter panel is crunched because the frame is kinked. So the only real, other than that car is like no rust. The only body damage on it is just that quarter panel. It's a really solid car. So the only plan I really have for that is and actually we were going to do it over the winter, but I wasn't expecting for Sledgehammer, for Al to dive into Sledgehammer like that. And it was so funny.
Just Mopar Joe says Mopar Al can fix that quarter.
You give this man
Dude,
4
I
gallons of
appreciate it,
bottle,
brother.
he can do anything. So yeah, the only thing I plan on doing with that car is cutting the frame rail, pulling a quarter panel back out, and fixing that part of it. Other than that, no, there's nothing else to do to that car.
We still got the 240s.
I mean, overall,
Yeah,
it's
we
a
do.
nice car. It's a pretty solid car.
It rides and runs perfect. It's strong. It's smooth. It hits the road.
And
I
I've
mean,
always liked that body style.
it's like that. I wish there was something I could do to the car, but there's really nothing to do to it. It's perfect the way it is.
David asks, aren't you worried about the replacement piston being different weight than the trash one?
Now, first off, it's an inline 6, which is like the most forgiving engine on earth as far as balance goes. And secondly, all of the factory pistons are batch balanced. They're all within a couple of few
Oh,
grams
yeah.
of each other. Like, let's put it this way. Literally, the furthest thing from my mind is a concern about balancing.
Oh, their tolerance was so out of whack back in the day.
Oh, it's all over the map. But you see, like, you got to realize, like on an inline 6, you can literally take all the counterweights off. You just grind the counterweights clear off, which Chrysler almost did with these cranks, the one that's in here now. But you could go, if you wanted to, you can go the rest of the way and just take them completely off. And at some point, I may do that. The next time I pull this thing apart, I may try that.
Thanks again, Mr. Will. $5. Tony,
Thank
the
you, Mr.
cluster on the 67 Charger, can it be fixed?
What is it?
The cluster on the 67. I mean, all of them can be fixed.
It's a mess.
And like the luminescent.
Yeah, it's got the electroluminescent lighting. It has no
Oh.
bulbs. A lot of people
Oh,
don't. Yeah, there's no
yeah.
light bulbs. It's got a plastic that. It's not even a plastic. It's called. What the hell is it called? There's a name for it, but when you put AC voltage to it, it glows green, and that's what they use on those cars. They use them on early Chryslers too, like Chrysler 300s, 1959, 1960, 61, 62, and then they use them in a 66, 67 Charger. So it's got a whole elaborate setup. It's got a transformer. It's got all sorts of things that go into that system. So that it's a pain in the ass. If you've got one of those cars, I know that the people who do those gauge clusters, those electroluminescent gauge clusters, the prices start at like $1,200 and then goes from there. You better
Yeah,
off-
it's good. Redline does a lot of work on those.
Redline
Yeah.
on electroluminescent clusters? I didn't know that.
What's the gain from that kind of cluster? Is it
It's
using
beautiful.
It's
bulbs?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Like when
I've never
you
seen one that works.
Well, that's the problem.
Okay.
That's the problem. You've never
Yeah.
seen one that works because they don't. They were bad when the cars weren't new. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Whoops.
Yeah.
It's shooting too far for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were shooting way past their pay rate.
Yeah.
At that point. Is that good?
Oh, you're fine. Austin's is blurred because he's too far back.
Oh,
He just looks like that sometimes.
I'm just naturally blurry.
So yeah, if you've got one of those cars and you're on a budget, just keep a flashlight because that's how you're going to be looking at the gauges at night.
Oh, dude, it's like with our Corvette. I didn't know how many dashes I went through. I found one that worked halfway right. I mean, those things are just.
No, but the Coronet has regular light bulbs.
Oh, it does, but it's just the circuit board when they get so old.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it's like
Oh, is that like the fabric printed?
One
Yeah.
night the left side would work, next night the right, then you'd have both, and it's like, man. But
Yeah,
we
that's
went through
how,
like three of them before we found a good working one.
That's how they did the circuit boards in the Fieros too.
Yeah.
It's just a printed plastic sheet with metal in it.
Circuit board on my Fury is just a big
Well,
sheet of copper.
I actually have up in my attic. I have a whole 67 Coronet dashboard cluster, the whole bit, so that like if I get to the point with the charger, where I don't want to deal
Just
with the
change
gauge
that
cluster.
out,
I'm just
yeah.
going to change out to Coronet stuff and be done with it.
Does it work on your charger?
Yeah, the charger and the Coronet's the same car.
No, I'm talking about the
The
cluster,
gauges.
the light.
I have my my tack works and my speedometer works. Nothing else works.
That's neat though.
Well, it's like all of the rest of the information.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the stuff that like it breaks all the time still works.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
That's the cool thing.
We just want to ask, what y'all think this motor's going to be, the 360 going to be filled out horsepower wise?
I have no
concept.
clue.
You can only guess.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
literally spent like hours trying to find anybody that built a package that was similar to this.
And no one has.
And anybody that has, they didn't run it. They didn't dyno it.
It's gonna be more than stock.
Okay, based on
Yeah.
the parts that they put in there, if I had to guesstimate, I would say flywheel horsepower, tuned. Flywheel horsepower probably around 400, 425 horse, and then whatever crazy amount of nitrous they're going to throw at it. It's definitely a 400 plus horse motor, but how much over that I don't know. I can only really guess.
Just Mopar Joe was asking you and I, what do we all think that we believe that the jet will run when it's complete?
My only concern is, will it finish a pass?
That's all I care about.
Yeah, okay, that's what they just said is exactly right. You don't know what something's gonna. Okay, so there's two different ways to build a car. You can build a car by a formula, right? Where you say, all right, well, I'm going to take this G body Malibu and I'm going to put a 3D3 Chevy motor in it. I'm going to use this intake manifold. I'm going to use that, like a formula. I'm going to use this cam, these headers, blah 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 blah. And you can actually work it out on paper exactly what this thing is going to run. And because you're not doing anything unorthodox, you're not doing anything out of the box. These guys are not only like there's no box, okay, it's just like take the box and throw it away. So there's going to be a lot of sorting out to do with it. I think they're going to have a lot of breakage with the stick. I think there's going to be a lot of inconsistencies with the stick. None of these guys have ever drag raced. None of them have ever run a high horsepower stick car. I think that there's going to be a mountain of breakage before it actually is able to make. And I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Well, it's just a lot of unknowns right now.
There's so many unknowns. Exactly. I think it's going to take a good full season to sort it to where it makes kind of consistent passes. And you can't make it go fast until first it has to make consistent passes. You know what I mean? It has to make runs that are within a tenth or two of each other. And then, you have to have repeatable performance. And then once you've got repeatable performance, then you can start tuning it. Then you start, then you start playing with all of the different variables. And that's 1,000 variables, especially with a stick car. So I think it's going to take a year. I think it's going to take a year screwing with the car to get it to actually function. And I think it's going to take another year of running the car relatively consistently once a week or so to get it to where it's got that consistent baseline to where you can really start making it work well.
We'll just be happy to see it go down the track.
Exactly.
I just
That's
don't
all
want
we
to have
care
to
about.
push it out of the lane.
Yeah, as long as we don't have to push it, that's fine.
And then these guys have got the exact right attitude.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Just first step at a time. What's the car going to run? Well, forget about what's going to run. First, got to get it off the jack stands.
Yeah.
And then you got to get it on the trailer. And then you got to get the whole mess to the track. And then you got to get it off the trailer. These are steps that has never happened yet. So what these guys are saying is exactly right. What you hope for with something like this now is that it gets down the track. That's it. One step at a time.
Now, Mopar Joe put out a good video, I think it was today, about one-on-one drag racing. What you need to know not to do. I mean, it was a pretty cool video.
That's an important video because I know that a lot of the people who are going to the non-name nationals have
Never done
never
it
raced
before.
before.
Yeah.
They messed around in the street, but they've never been to the track. So there and there's there is absolutely no shame at all in saying, well, I've never been down a drag strip. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first time that you even have to find the staging lane that you're going to be in, you're going to be disoriented. And then, the whole experience is very disorienting the first couple of times you do it. And even if you do it all the time, and let's say you don't do it for a couple of years, right? Let's say you race every week for 5 or 10 years, and then you take like 5 or 10 years off. You go back out there again, and it's all disorienting. It's almost like starting all over again. You pick it up faster because you've already done it, but you've already done it. But it's very disorienting.
Oh, yeah.
How high do you think the piston's going to go out of this thing? Yay high.
It's gonna.
I mean,
It's gonna land right about the rings of Saturn.
We should put a piece of angle iron that goes up with like gradients on it
Oh,
and like place bets
we can do that.
and just. Yeah, if it goes above that, we'll put a bell or something.
I think what we need to do, who's driving? Let's say you're driving the car. You just need to carry this under your arm.
Yeah,
There you
at
go.
all times.
Right.
Just
right.
all times.
And keep this pointed at you.
At me.
Right.
Yeah. I figure what we
If
would
the
do.
car catches fire, you'll need to cool yourself off.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would be really hot in that car.
Yeah.
I figure what we would do is instead of hooking up the nitrous to the solenoids, we run it to a mask
Well, you can do that.
and rig up the button. And when you hit it, it just gasses you. And the car just slows to a stop.
Tell me,
Hi, Serena.
pizza?
Pizza?
Pizza.
Oh, we got pizza.
Who ordered
Who
pizza?
got the pizza, man?
I'm Uncle Tony.
Somebody send us pizza?
I'm Uncle Tony. Come here, bro.
Wow, we just got surprise
Oh, it's
pizza.
got random pizza. Who?
Oh, appreciate it, brother.
Wait,
Thank
what?
you.
Seriously? Pizza?
Jerry, man. Jerry Couch. He's online with us. Got his pizza.
Jerry, thank you so much.
Appreciate it, brother.
Come here. You're not camera shy, are you?
Mopar Joe, I don't know yet.
Well, right now, yeah, you're on a YouTube
yeah.
live. No, that's okay. Come on, don't worry about it.
Hello,
YouTube
Live.
What's up? Oh my God. What are we doing?
We were building this engine, but then we had a problem with this piston. So we're going to have to pick it up again tomorrow. I got to swap that piston off.
So I cut the end.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Okay. It's perfect.
Got any questions for the pizza guy?
Yeah,
What are you
what's up?
driving?
He said, what do I drive? A 2005 Suzuki
Nice.
XL7.
Huh?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that'll run
It's
forever.
3,300.
The bee says, I want pizza and I want it now.
Thank you for, I so appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Random pizza.
Man, we just have a bunch of great.
I was not expecting that at all.
John.
Put it here. Oh, here.
Oh,
Here.
that way? Okay.
I'll move this stuff out of the way.
Blake, I didn't do an AC delete on the Magnum.
Oh, from Jets.
Oh,
hell yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the guy that works at Jets?
Jerry Couch? I don't know Jerry Couch. I mean, I'm new, so.
Oh, wait. Here.
Oh, no.
Bro,
You sure were?
Yeah, here. Thank you.
That's so awesome. They're awesome.
Pizza
people.
guy, what kind of car do you drive?
Thank you.
Oh, I have a 2005 Suzuki XL7. Yes.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Pizza guy, you want a slice?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe so.
getting there. I don't know if it's meat.
Oh, wow.
After meat on it.
Oh, wait. I don't know. We got 3 different ones here. What do we
I
got?
don't know. It says all we need super special in the Jet team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
let me let me see if I got a vegetarian slice for you.
The electric, the camera's about as far in as it'll go. We're out of cord. We're gonna get that issue straightened out hopefully for tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Thank you. I'll be back again with a surprise.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thank you too.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
He came in looking for you. I'm like, sure. I don't know what you're here for.
You just let random people in.
I know.
If they have pizza.
Yeah.
If they have pizza.
I knew he was carrying something. He looked like a pizza deliverer.
Yeah, get yourself some pizza. I'll
All right,
get some
guys.
questions from you.
Probably need to stand in front of the motors because the motor's actually focused to the camera and it's blurring everything else out.
Oh. Hey, at least they're in focus. Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. You got a 4-wheeler. There's how many Suzukis are over here right now?
Just the 2, right?
Oh, they were talking about the delivery driver that had the car.
Yeah.
Get some pizza.
Random
Get
pizza.
well time. Oh, God.
It hurts. I was about to crack open my weird banana coconut drink and
So, guys,
mango coconut.
I just discovered Jet's Pizza like 2 weeks ago.
What?
I'm telling you. I discovered it about 2 weeks ago. And it's like, it's completely off the chain. I'm going to do this is like a commercial for Jet's Pizza. Like, seriously, if you got one near you, get the Detroit deep dish and the eight corner. Every piece is a corner, okay? Dig that. Every piece is a corner. The deep dish Detroit, it's off the chain.
I can't believe you're just now discovering Jets.
Thanks for the 10-pound load, AT.
Jets is awesome.
Yeah, I've worked on the British cars. That nothing works in those.
John, did you get pizza?
I'm about to. I'm about to grab my weird fruit coconut drink and get this sweet and salty thing happening right now.
Is this just a live of us eating pizza now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just us. Everybody eat pizza and don't say anything at all.
This is like the wonder of YouTube, you know?
Well, we have to
ASMR.
thank them.
Hey, nothing scripted here.
Well, Pistons out. Let's eat pizza.
I'll take it. The gas station hamburger was pretty good, but this is better.
They are. That's not even like they cook those things.
I know.
They got a whole like
Yeah,
area.
the market down the street's great.
Yeah.
New City
John.
Car says, I bet it beats trying going down noodles at 45 miles an hour.
John, join us for the pizza stream.
Pizza stream.
Hey, y'all got a new business now, Junkyard Jet Pizza.
Don't get your greasy pizza.
I'm
on that
using
air
the
cleaner.
other hand. I'm trying to work the
I
bubbles
swear to
out.
God, you know how hard it is to keep that chrome clean? I shouldn't have gotten it.
You know,
You guys know, come over here.
Yeah,
What?
come here.
Okay.
Come
We're
over
all, we're all
here.
just eating pizza.
You guys know Sabrina. Come over here. Come over here.
Hi.
Don't be shy. We lost his girlfriend.
Good night,
Sabrina.
Terry.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
He'll say that 45 times tomorrow.
Shut up, John.
That's okay. I still kiss my girlfriend sometimes.
Jesus. That's terrible.
I mean, it's only difference is the ring.
That's a
All right, that's
that's a
fair.
difference.
So if any of you guys want to ask weird, awkward questions of Sabrina, now's the time to do it.
Well, some of them just came
They're all
on now.
awkward.
Won't know why we're not working. We had a piston dilemma, so
So now we're eating pizza.
Now we have a
now
pizza
we're eating
dilemma.
pizza.
Last system, no bueno. I gotta swap it out in the morning and we'll continue.
I just love how matter of factly Al says that we had a piston dilemma, so now we're eating pizza.
Mopar Joe, it's Bondo dust with pepper.
John, go get the glasses for Pepsi.
What?
The glasses for Pepsi.
Oh,
I don't like that.
That's why you don't have to drink it.
That water.
David wants to know how the battery is still doing in the dark.
Perfect. It still starts the thing.
Still starts, brother.
This is a good surprise.
I just random out of nowhere pizza.
Joseph says, now you got pizza, you got the energy to pull that piston now.
It was a bribe.
Thank you so much for sending the pizza. You guys are awesome.
I'm pretty sure this was mine.
I'll take mine. Okay. I know this one's mine. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, it's been shot.
I've got my beverage, so
So Sabrina, you want to drive race cars?
I mean, only on a straight path, maybe.
Drag
Oh, that's
racing.
perfect.
I don't want to take a turn.
You want to drive this one?
I'll
drag
try.
racing is the perfect kind of racing for somebody with ADD.
'Cause I-
ADHD.
ADHD? No,
Yeah.
once
Well, everybody's wanting to see the piston again.
it's over faster. It's not round.
it's no longer round.
Here you go, guys. One dead piston.
Hey, look at you in focus.
Is the water in the office?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make water.
What? Pepsi too good for you?
I don't.
You just go get your water.
I like water.
I'm just-
healthy.
Okay. Just
Shut up.
yep.
I have one of these things every time I come out here.
I know.
Oh yeah.
They're delicious.
Steve's like, yeah, man, you all
It
got
looks
me hungry
disgusting. Is
now.
what it is.
It's a mango and coconut drink. So it's like a coconut milk drink with mango, and there's bits of coconut floating in it.
So it's unfinished.
Yeah.
Mr. Will sit there and said, Tony,
Yeah.
piston giveaway.
Yeah, I need to save that rod. But yeah, I can send you that piston, Mr. Will.
We can give him a 383.
Make a good extra.
Too small. I got 383 piston ashtrays.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's the only way to go.
Or bigger if you can get it.
500 Cadillac.
Kathy goes,
If
all
I
I
can find
hear.
one of those, it's
Kathy goes, all I hear is
gonna be in my
chewing.
driveway.
500 Cadillac.
Sure.
Okay. Probably find that. It's a 390s you can't find.
Actually, yeah.
It's a 500s you can find.
They're the same engine family, so you can swap them.
Yeah, they'll bolt right up.
A well-tuned 500 will still get like really good fuel economy on the highway, considering.
Dude, it's a fuel economy is not.
Rick Evan wants to
No,
know what
500s
caused
get
it
like
to go
18.
out around. Our possibilities,
That's the piston that was on the rod that spun. So at some point, the motor fought that turned bearing hard enough to distort the piston. So rather than it's not a forged piston, it's a cast piston. So rather than take chances of squeezing it and do it, I'll just throw another one on tomorrow morning. I just don't have any here. They're at the house.
Kathy goes, don't you have a piston here at the house? Chop, chop.
Well, now we got pizza.
This is some tasty pizza.
Mm.
Right? Jet's Pizza. I'm telling you, Jet's Pizza. There's no other pizzeria now.
You should still try Sal.
I have Sal's.
Sal's House Pizza.
I knew Sal.
Austin
Oh.
Blake is asking
Yeah, there's
what
a few.
belt drive do you have on the
No,
Magnum?
I knew Sal.
Blake is wanting to know what belt drive you've got on the Magnum.
That is factory.
That is mostly
It's
factory.
mostly factory. It's everything except for the AC condenser and the power steering pump. We just swapped this idler for a grooved one, and got a 54-inch belt.
And that is the factory bracket for that alternator that we couldn't
Yeah,
have.
just cut it.
Let's see here. Mopar Man 78 said pizza guy delivery driver just responded in chat. Appreciate it. I think we caught him more surprised than he was.
Oh yeah.
That's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was surprised.
Nova guy. Yes, it's from a truck.
Oh, the Magnum?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out of 95 rim.
And the bottom of its oil pan is now the bottom of this engine's oil pan.
It's been cannibalized a little bit.
Nothing goes to waste.
Nothing. Except for all the useless parts that came off the Magnum. They're in a pile now somewhere. And even some of the useful ones that we had to come get again because we threw them away. So,
That happens.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that bracket.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got it from a junkyard for $10. So
Yeah.
Tony, Uncle Cap has offered to bring the piston if you can tell her where it's at.
In the shed behind that 383. I'll get it. I'll get it.
Well, now that you said it, she's probably gonna go out there.
No, so don't even attempt it. You'll die. Don't go back there.
There's cougars in there.
No, I'm telling you.
I stocked in the shed with a bunch of Roombas with Claymore mines attached to them.
Tomorrow morning, I'll stop the piston over and we'll start the live at about 10 o'clock and we'll go all the way through, get it in the car, get it running. It'll just be a marathon tomorrow.
Did we ever tell you what our April Fool's joke was?
She
gonna
says
be?
she'll go look and she won't die.
No. Trust me. Don't.
You know she's gonna show up with a piston now.
Well, she just gave us the BRB, so we'll be expecting a phone call
she's
shortly.
doing it.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
What is she doing?
She's
She's
she
going
just
to the
said
shed.
BRB. She's going. She's looking for it. Oh boy. Oh, she's gonna see what's in front of the carry van.
Oh yeah. We're gonna shoot a feature on that tomorrow.
There you go. I guess we gotta drive it again and not die.
Yeah.
It was roadkill.
By the way, John, how was it driving here?
It wasn't bad, actually.
It wasn't too bad.
Parts fell off of it.
Yeah, that didn't
And
happen.
it broke down because the fuel line bottomed out into the gas can that is currently running it.
Yeah.
So it ran itself out of gas.
There's
No,
not been a
that-
reveal or anything yet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whenever you're gonna say what kind of car it is,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised.
Well,
It's exactly what I've been looking for 6 years.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm not jealous of too many things.
it's so cool.
that's what my
guys.
dad said too. He said,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm not jealous of too many things.
But this thing,
Pizza and cigarette ash. Mmm.
Breakfast of champions.
Tony, did we ever tell you about what we were going to do on April Fool's Day, but we can't do it because we can't afford it?
No.
oh no.
Oh my God.
You already know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We were gonna go. We were gonna go to Best Buy.
Nah, I'm
right?
here, SRP.
We were gonna go to Best Buy, and we were gonna buy like 80 Roombas and just let them loose.
In here?
Just turn them all on in the
just
shop.
like come in, they just be bumping into each other, and just see what would happen.
Just sticker them up like bumper cars.
Yeah, just like
That would be
like,
an expensive April Fool's.
That's why I said we can't
Oh,
afford it.
appreciate it, Harry. We got a super chat. Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
Harry. Tony, do you have a spare Slant 6 alternator bracket in your hoarding? I only have an A100 bracket.
You need the bracket that bolts to the one that goes to the block and head, that heavy iron bracket. If so, I think there's one.
Is it the same as a V8?
No.
Was there one on the?
Oh yeah,
I
bet
believe
there
that-
was.
Chris wants to know if Plan Z is going to the no names.
No,
Sorry, did we throw you off with a bracket thing?
no, there is a bracket, but I can't remember where it is, and I don't want to tell the guy I got it until I can actually picture it.
Yeah.
Did the
If
Jet have an
if
alternator
the
on it?
Jet
when we got
had
out
one
there?
on it, it's in that pile outside.
Yeah.
So, but that pile has grown.
These guys, okay, give them where to contact you.
Well, I'm not gonna have my phone number again.
You're not going to get your phone
No.
number again?
I'll give out Garrett's phone
You
number.
got an email address?
Yeah. I mean, it's just
Oh, wait, yeah, yeah.
75 at
Yeah,
Gmail.
you
right?
know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Junkyard Jet 75.
I think
at
it's
G-
1975.
No,
Let's
hang on.
pull it up.
Junkyard Jet 71.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
year of the car.
Year of the car.
Yeah.
Junkyard Jet 1971 at Gmail.
Okay,
Yeah.
Junkyard Jet 1971 at gmail.com. So send them an email, put alternator bracket in the subject line, and they'll look and see if
Chris wants to know why you're not taking both cars.
because I don't want to.
Man, we're going to have so many cars going.
It's gonna be
We're going to have
ridiculous.
3 cars going up already.
Yeah.
I mean, between their build, my build, Bottle Rocket. I mean,
I'm taking one car and
Yeah.
doing one race.
Yep.
These guys are taking their car. Al is taking the
Slag Hammer.
slag hammer, but no, that's it. I'm going for one race. I'm done.
I'm bringing my Plymouth too.
Yeah, Austin's driving the Plymouth up there.
It's not gonna like be racing or anything because it's slow.
No,
but
it's
it'll
just
be
gonna
there
be,
just because it would be fun
yeah.
to drive it up there. We're going to trailer the Jet,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
obviously.
I'm gonna have to go get the trailer, but yeah,
That's fine. We can
Yeah.
just steal it.
my truck's eating less oil now, so I'm happy with it.
Fine.
We got dead air.
Tony, let's see. SRP says Tony is one and done.
That's it. One and done.
Aaron Jackson, time for a 331 or a 361?
31 or 361. Hemi? 331 Hemi?
331 and 5.4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My truck's a 330.
Tony, what will you tow Bottle Rocket with to No Name Nationals?
Probably the carry van.
Should tow it with Plan Z.
Yeah, I'm going to total Plan Z.
Yeah, that sounds like a solid idea.
The Miata.
Oh God, no.
It would make it out of the parking lot. Pulling Bottle Rocket.
We should just see if the Miata can tow what's sitting out there. Just flat
Dude,
tow
no,
it.
it'd blow up.
It would probably blow up. The
blow up.
transmission would just stop.
No, it would blow up the rear end.
Yeah, it's like a walnut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kathy wants to know if they're on the floor or on the shelf.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I will take care of it tomorrow morning in the daylight. I know what I want. I know where it is. So leave it alone. Dead air.
Farts and marbs.
What?
What?
Farts and marbs.
Farts and marbs. Somebody said that's what the shop probably smells like. Like, no, it smells like Bondo. It usually
Tony,
just
you
smells like
changing out
Bondo
that
and
OD
cigarette.
and Bottle Rocket.
I'm doing things to it.
Does the Jet have overdrive?
I don't think that transmission. I think it's 1-to-1.
Think so?
Yeah, you have a regular 833.
Oh,
But given the nitrous, you may actually want one.
with overdrive?
Well, not so much because of the overdrive, but because
Bad
it's
thing
a long
85,
second
it
gear.
was an engine build. We had an issue with the piston. And right now we're chilling out. And maybe Kathy might be bringing us one.
NG piston. No, Kathy is not bringing a piston.
Y'all hear that?
Yes.
They're actively discouraging this behavior.
You know, she's probably looking at both places now.
She can knock herself out, but she doesn't know what I'm looking for.
What is your opinion on the best compression for boost on a 331 Hemi DeSoto?
Ooh. What kind of boost?
He's not saying.
Well, I'm going to assume turbocharged. I mean,
It could be centrifugal super, but
I see that's like a really hard question to answer.
there's too many variables.
There's way too many variables. But let's put it this way: low compression is very easily achieved with that engine.
Connor Howe wants to know if you're coming to Bristol anytime soon.
No, I'm not. Maybe these guys are.
We could get rolling chairs and joust.
Well, that would be entertaining.
John, we need pipe and 2 rolling stools.
Well, you could use the folding chairs. You could.
Oh, you
joust
got
with folding
the
chairs.
ones in the office.
How are we going to propel them?
What do you mean?
Fire
Someone push
extinguisher.
you.
Well, no, like, how do you move the chair?
One at each
we just
other.
got a super
Just
chat from Levi's Backyard Performance.
Thank you,
Tony, my
Levi.
channel is at 112. Shout out, loving the JJJ. Junkyard Jets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Who are we
you.
shouting out there?
Where'd he go?
Just 2 fingers crossed.
What time is it?
Last time I checked, it was like 8.
8:45.
All right, we'll go for like another 10 minutes. And we'll...
Yeah, I done lost him.
That's enough time to figure out how to joust with.
Just
parts.
pick up the chairs and run at each other with them.
Just
You know, you
run-
could
just-
get hot.
Oh, you're talking about like the stools and just.
Jousting, yeah.
But that's actually
Austin.
going to kill one of us.
You
Oh,
could do
but-
it
There it
with
goes.
Think of the
hospital beds.
views.
Huh?
Think of the views.
That's a good
It's
point. John, we're
Levi's
dying on
Backyard
camera.
Performance. That was the one there. They're at 112 subscribers.
Levi's Backyard Performance. They're trying to get their 500 subs for the No Name National. So go over there and sub to Levi's Backyard Performance.
John, we're gonna joust with stools. By the way, we're gonna get injured, but it's just part of the.
Hey, Austin, Blake asked what the number is on the 54-inch belt.
That would be off the top of my head K070540.
Nice.
And
So
Billy's asking about a fire suit for Sabrina.
but
She doesn't even fire suit for
no,
this
it's
thing.
fine.
What?
But
Do I need?
fire suit.
I mean, if you expect it to catch on fire, I will.
Well, everything catches
Everything
on
can
fire
catch on fire.
eventually.
But do you expect it to?
No,
I always do.
but
I just always
Yeah,
assume,
it's
I always assume things are going to catch on fire.
wait, were they asking for the belt like just to see if I knew how to read belt numbers or just like?
They were testing you.
Oh,
They're always testing.
I was like, because it's K07 rib 70540 54.0-inch belt. So that was the stuff. That's what I figured would fit.
Mr. Will's Dying Breed Garage said, Tone, please plug Dying Breed Garage.
Yes,
I need
Mr. Will's Dying Breed
454.
Garage. What did he say?
He needs 454.
That's it. He only needs 454 subs. Mr. Will's dying. Mr. Will's a great guy. He's on here like he's awesome. Go sub to Mr. Will's Dying Breed Garage.
Somebody was asking about a 10-minute tune on a 94 F-150-50 to gain a little power.
Isn't the tune-up on those are spark plugs?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, he's talking about the 10-minute tune-up that we used to do on the Mustangs.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's something that.
If you go online and you just search Cars Illustrated 10-minute tune-up, right, you'll find everything that we did on those cars back then. It's like documented all over the place.
John, do you want to joust with stools?
Somebody suggested using drive shafts, but that sounds really dangerous.
There's a couple over there.
Yeah.
Like we can't. Like don't.
If you do it with drive shafts, you'll only be able to do it once. But if you do it with those chairs, you could probably do it 3 or 4 times.
I'm guessing maybe 2 or 3.
I said with the hospital beds, just prop them up and then just.
How are we going to pick up hospital beds and joust with them?
You don't pick them up. You lay in them and then you charge.
How are you going to move the hospital bed?
You
if you're laying in
don't.
it?
You go down a hill and have someone push you.
That's
We'll need one of
dumb.
those Drive shafts.
How? It's not dumber than what you said.
Well, you would have to have 2 hills. You'd have to have,
Let's
like
have 2
over the hill.
hills. You just
If
meet
somebody
in the
comes down
middle.
this hill,
Well, there usually is 2 here somewhere.
a valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They get, right. Okay.
All right. So there's 2 hills outside,
there you go.
but there's a big gap between them. So we need to put cars behind the hospital beds to push them into each other.
If Tony drops pizza on the floor, does he wash it off with gas?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 5 pistons here in here look really good.
Everything here gets cleaned with gas. Even
The gas pipe from
the
Zero
timing
Hundred.
cover.
That was
When we were
Everything.
cleaning it, we set it on fire. because that was the only
Oh,
way to clean
bamboo
it
is
was on it.
evil.
We covered it in gas and lit
Once
it on
it's
fire.
there, it grows forever.
All right, grab some last licks over here, and we're gonna call it a night.
Hey, Holden, Matt. They were going to assemble the engine for Plan Z, and then got to number 6, and the pistons just gacked.
No good on the piston.
It's just
So
toast.
we will swap out the piston first thing in the morning and pick this up tomorrow at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
You know what I'm predicting is going to happen?
What's that?
We're going to stop the live, and then Kathy's going to walk in with every Slant 6 piston you own.
know?
And then it's going to be like,
What?
well,
That might happen.
that could happen.
Could happen. Stranger things have happened.
Wild Rose is asking what Slaghammer's stroker plans.
It's a 452. I actually have the whole motor in pieces at the house. But that's not, we're not even going to think about that until after Power Tour.
Now people are talking about doing a Slant 5 instead of a Slant 6, and Billy Holcomb just said it would be an even match for a stock Pinto.
You're not far off, man. You're not far off.
Electrics asked Tony whatever happened to the Project Ruster Duster that you were doing a series on in Mopar Action back in '89.
Whoa!
That's a
Can you remember that far back?
I don't remember who.
But you can remember the turkey story.
Well, that, you don't forget the turkey story. Okay?
I mean, if I'd have been there to witness any of it, I would never.
Yeah, I
forget
would have
that
never
for the rest of
forgotten
my
that
life.
I don't
was
remember
blue,
even.
apparently.
I can't even picture the car. I don't remember.
Apparently, it was blue.
A blue duster.
A blue duster.
Oh, it was a blue 344 speed Duster.
There it is.
There it goes.
That's right. And oh geez, what did I do with that car? I don't even remember. That was one of literally like just hundreds of cars that just went through the system back then.
Apparently, he's asking if he saw you with it one night at Masters Shopping Center back in the day.
You probably did.
Yeah.
You probably did.
What's a Masters shopping center?
It was on Highland Boulevard. It was like every Thursday night people would get together in this parking lot, and you'd get like 400 cars. And he saw me there with it one night, and he remembers this, and for that I'm afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't remember stuff like that, man.
That could have been a formative memory.
Yeah, I mean, look at this duster. Look
I
who's
mean-
driving the duster.
John
I-
Wilbur just said Kathy's going to show up with a wheelbarrow full of pistons here
That's
in a minute.
exactly what I predicted.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I predicted.
It's going to be a wheelbarrow full of pistons and one of the dogs.
Yep. Like we're just gonna hear tires screeching.
Doug Jones wants to know what rear end gears you got Plan Z.
They're 410s, which is the deepest I could find for the 7 1/4. It really needs 456s to be right.
Like I'm just predicting here, I'm like screeching brakes outside, just pistons.
As long as I don't hear a
she's
crash.
just gonna come running through the
the
door.
door.
It'll be
Just
just
gonna go drive through the Harry van,
Kathy like the Kool-Aid
Then
man.
Throw the piston.
and it's gonna land. Perfect.
Camaro Note says, I've got a 75 or a 76 Aspen with Slant 6 sitting in my junkyard. You might have inspired me to play.
Go
Do
for
it.
it, man. They're a lot of fun. Listen, don't expect big results out of them. I mean, the Slant 6 is not. It's not a happy performance engine. It does not want to. It's bad. I mean, it's like, okay, it's miserable, is what it is. It's absolutely miserable. To be perfectly honest with you, but that's why I'm attracted to them, because they're so difficult. But
Mr.
yeah,
Will said Kathy's redlining the swinger with the pistons.
right, she's gonna end up throwing a rod on the way over here.
That's what'll happen. Do you have anything with a Slant 6 at the house right now?
Yeah, I have a Duster.
You drive it over here, just rev it, and then
Until
the
it
piston
pops out.
flies out, comes
Right.
through the roof, and
Steve,
lands
we're
perfectly.
gonna
I got
try
two Slant 6s
to
right there.
be back
Yeah.
live
For free.
tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Central.
for the second part of the build.
Yes, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, we'll pick up where we left off here.
Was it really left off or just got kind of?
Well, we got side. I mean, that's it. It's, you know, I'm not going to fight that piston.
Yeah. I mean, is it left off or like shut out?
It's shut up.
Yeah.
For the night.
We could just cut off John's hand.
We could do
Don't like
that.
I mean, a bald fist.
Blake
this.
wants to know what color Rust-Oleum for Chrysler Blue.
There's nothing that's really close. The royal blue, gloss royal blue is close to Ford blue, but really not the Chrysler corporate blue. I think maybe if you mixed a little white in there, you might get corporate blue.
Or you might get petty blue.
That's if you mix too much white.
Why do they call it corporate blue?
Oh, like that dark blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because all of the like up until 1969 or up until 1970, all of the motors had their own like distinct colors.
Mm.
You know, and then after, you know, from 1971 on, they were all just blue. So corporate blue.
So I was like, oh, this is what everything is.
Yeah.
There's
The
a copy
only
of John
engines
Deere.
that were this color red were Slant 6s and 273s.
Polyheads are red.
That's right. No, that's right. The probably had two.
Yeah.
Tom Thumb said shape the cylinder to fit the piston. He said you like a challenge.
You take a piston out of the Magnum and just drill it down.
I mean, I can hammer pretty much anything in there. So for you guys that are late to the party, we put the crank in it. We put 5 of the 6 cylinders in. I went to install this one here, and it was a little tight at the skirt right there. You see, it's not falling in. So the piston, this is the one that spun the rod. This is a new rod that's on it, and this piston is distorted. So rather than screw around with this, I'm just going to swap it out tomorrow morning. We'll put a fresh piston on it, and we'll go from there.
I kind of zoned out.
I know, we're all zoned out.
Just use pizza instead of the messed up piston.
We could probably shove pizza in the
I
cylinder.
was going to suggest that.
You wanna
but
see if it
I
would
didn't
work?
You wanna
think
make
that
a
it was a
piston out of
viable
pizza?
idea.
We could try it.
What, just jam a piece of pizza in it?
I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, really.
Why not?
I'll just grease that up.
It just be a little stuffy.
But how,
It's assembly lube is what
Yeah.
it
how do we
is.
put a rod on it? That's the question.
You breadsticks. You just make a rod out of breadsticks
So
and
you
garlic
make the
knots.
pizza.
Where do you get me a slice of
Yeah,
pizza?
get a slice of pizza.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
We're gonna cram a piece of pizza in the
Let me see
motor,
it.
John. What do
We
you
need a
think
bigger
we're doing?
bore.
You need the.
We need a
Obviously.
bigger
You
bore
Elon Musk
slice.
now
Yeah,
talking
well,
motor.
this is some, Elon Musk. We're coming for you.
Well, I mean, I am an Italian, so it only makes
It's
sense.
just-
Oh my God.
No, we need
Actually,
2
You need
slices.
to get another slice of pizza,
You want a flavor, different kind?
one that doesn't have so much meat on it.
Oh, wait. Here. I could, here.
Just oh.
There we go.
My God.
Okay.
My God.
All right. There you go.
All right. There's gonna be
It
some.
fits perfect.
Supposed to be some mozzarella on the crank now.
It fits perfect.
Himmy says don't waste a good slice of pizza.
I was gonna say,
I'm not wasting it. I
still
just
eat it.
invented.
It's gonna seal.
Oh, let the Motor Trend guys try this. Let's see.
We're
They
coming
probably don't
for
have
you.
jets out in California.
I wonder if I can. Let's see. If I go from underneath.
Can you actually?
I'm trying. Well, let's see.
Is the coconut
We're
milk
coming
good?
for you, Jeff
You wanna try?
Bezos.
Okay, so
Uh,
here, we can't move the camera.
You can move the engine.
Move the
closer.
engine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Here we go.
move the
Whoop.
engine.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
rotate ours out the way
Yeah.
here.
And then we can move this over.
No, I
Can you help moving it?
think it
No,
actually
it's okay.
disintegrated.
The pizza?
The first
Pizza
ever
melted?
pizza piston.
Okay, the pizza will not make a good piston. I'll tell you that right now.
Gosh.
Dang.
It's
Jeff Bezos.
yeah.
But Tony, can you reverse that slice of pizza?
I
Move
could,
this
I could
out.
put it in backwards, but I'm telling you,
Oh my God.
I'm telling you right now, pizza will
Yeah.
not make a good piston. I thought it might work. It slides nice.
Octane Garage was how much more horsepower increased with that slice of pizza.
That's a good question.
Well, there's gonna be less friction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely less friction and definitely lighter than. Oh, let's see.
That cylinder will only get.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely lighter than the stock piston.
Turn the pizza around for extra horsepower.
But if you're gonna use a slice of pizza in place of a piston, you have to do all of them. You can't just have one.
Now here's
That
a
makes
question.
sense.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
the
eat
engine's got to be
pizza now?
balanced.
Yeah, not this very minute. No. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave you in charge of that. The pizza piston.
New York City Carpet said the exhaust will smell great.
Yeah, well.
Well, hang on. Pizza's Italian. If you put it in the Slant 6, it automatically makes it unreliable.
Yes,
So
it's true.
you can't.
I mean, a Fiat.
It's a Fiat
Right.
now.
That's been my experience with everything I've owned as Italian.
It's now inherently broken.
I created a Fiat.
Appreciate that,
what
old-
has been
Old
done.
Blue 426.
This is disgusting. Guys.
Just gave us a $10 super.
This is really disgusting.
You trim toppings out of the bottom of the dish.
I've got sausage on the crankshaft.
Anchovies for octane.
I'm pretty sure that's the first time that
All of them goes
sentence
the
was ever
leaning, the leaning tower of pizza.
There are people.
said. The leaning tower.
There's a whole village in Biafra chasing a chicken right now, and I'm stuffing food into a motor. That's sinful.
That's just American.
That is American.
Oh, hell yeah.
John Wilbur wants to know, was that crunchy pizza?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it leaded pizza?
No, it's unleaded pizza.
Unleaded pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the silicone content of the pizza was high enough to actually maintain integrity in the cylinder.
Joe
You
Jack
should've
goes,
put piston
those
rings around
deep dish pistons.
Yeah.
You know what it was? You didn't put rings around it.
It doesn't need a ring. That's what the pepperoni is for.
That right? You got to cut out the pepperoni.
No, the pepperoni is not. The mutz is
Oh, yeah.
supposed to seal
That's
to the
what'll
cylinder.
seal it.
The engine is prelude with olive oil.
It's a Fiat now.
Extra virgin.
That's disgusting.
Wasn't that crank nice and clean when you? It was protected in a bag,
Yeah.
and then you shoved a piece of pizza in.
Oh, it's got pizza back.
I want to
Oh,
see
that's
what
back.
it looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
There is actually a smear of.
There's
Of course.
sausage on
Yeah.
the crank. It's-
Don't eat it.
Don't eat
Don't
it.
eat it.
I'll just lick it.
That's the engine sausage.
Mr. Will wants a quick New York drag racing story before we call it quits tonight.
Austin, tell a quick New York City drag racing
I
story.
one time I went to New York City and I drove a Chrysler there and I parked it in a garage and then went to Times Square.
Yeah, I saw some guys running down 11th Avenue in dresses.
You can see that on 11.
The drag racing was trying to get that stupid Jeep Compass or whatever it was
No.
there in the first place.
You didn't come when I took the Chrysler. That actually was a story, but you didn't come when I took the Chrysler. Though.
Oh yeah.
We took the Compass across the country, and it's the worst vehicle ever made on the planet. The Jeep
Yeah.
Compass doesn't even have a compass in it.
That's sad.
It doesn't.
We also couldn't figure out how to make the radio work until we got to New
We
York.
floored it, and it would top out at like 80 to go up a hill. Like,
You know, I would have had this whole damn thing together by now.
yeah.
That's literally just how it goes.
And now you're cramming pizza in it.
If it's a Chicago style pizza, it's definitely forged.
I'm telling you, it did not hold up even for 1 or 2 strokes. It wasn't going to work.
There was a place in Chicago that I went for pizza. It was absolutely excellent. It's right next to an Amtrak station.
The
but I
pizza
can't
I
remember
got,
the name
man.
of it.
John
That
Wilbur
was
wants to
great,
know what is the deck clearance on that crust.
0000.
375 degrees.
Right. We got it down to the 400 millionth of an inch.
The pizza kind of survived.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch when the pizza guy got
Yeah,
there,
I think
he
I'm
was
gonna have to
so
just cut that
thrown.
out.
Joe Jackson goes, gives new meaning to that engine being on the sauce. Guys, I appreciate y'all being patient with us tonight and having some fun with us.
That's what I'm going to be known for.
The pizza.
That's going to be, I'm telling you, that's you watch tomorrow.
You're
It's gonna be-
you're just gonna cut.
We're just gonna have to remake your logo with a pizza in the background.
pepperoni.
Just make it a pepperoni.
All right. Are we done here? I think we're done here.
I think when we're at the point of cramming pizza into an engine block.
New City Carpet says, I took 3 years of UTG advanced engine and he just jammed a slice of pizza in it. Oh God. Thanks for the super chat there, old blue 426.
Oh my God.
Just wait till the other guys hear about this.
That is not something they will teach you at Lincoln.
No,
No.
you go to NADC, they'll teach you more about that than
Diesels.
You'll be less competent than if you were putting pizza into an engine.
Hopefully Ultra Kathy is not trapped underneath a bunch of car parts.
That was my fear.
Mr. Will, another $5. Tony, a quick New York drag race story before you sign off.
I don't really have any quick. Give Mr. Willis $5 back. I don't really have any quick stories.
Dang.
All right, is that it?
SRP said, thanks, Big Al. You did a great job. I need 100 subs.
Who's that?
SRP.
SRP needs subs.
Well, let's all sub.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over to sub to SRP. In the meantime, I don't know which of our mods were here tonight, but I thank them all anyway, right? John, Fubar, Ari, Zero, thank you so much. Everybody contributed super chat. Thank you. We all greatly appreciate it because it keeps us collectively in a roof over our head over here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody contributed just for your good conversation. Thank you also. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to swap over to piston and we'll pick up where we left off. We'll get that one in here and we'll finish assembling this motor, get this thing in this car and get it running tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a marathon day. Tomorrow we'll probably be going at it for about 12 hours or so. So,
I believe it.
you can watch me become irritable and unreasonable as the day goes on. And that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
And Sabrina,
Hi.
that's it. Just Sabrina.
That's it.
And
Everybody likes Sabrina.
that's
I mean,
it.
what you like?
Everybody on 3. We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Did you end it?
Yeah, I would save it.